Get that skill from my mama, and I can make you better, boy. So take this risk if you wanna.
Tap into Hop the series.
Whether a man or woman, want it or you got it. It's a divine affection. Yeah, you can't live without it. Such a lover, girl. I'll give you all the feels. Step into my world. I promise you'll love it here with me. You know this fam energy. When I feel safe, when I feel heard, when I can trust you at your word, makes me feel so. I'm just a girl, ready to nurture you. Just love it here with me. Fam energy. I can read your aura. Get that skill from my mama, and I can make you better, boy. So take this risk if you wanna. A real lover, girl. I'll give you all the feels. Step into my world. I promise you'll love it here with me. You know this film energy. When I feel safe, when I feel heard, when I can trust you at your word, that makes me feel soft. I'm just a girl, ready to nurture you. When I feel safe, when I feel heard, when I can trust you at your word, that makes me feel soft. I'm just a girl, ready to nurture you. Feel energy, don't love it here. Feel energy, whether a man or woman, want it or you got it.
It's already Wednesday. Welcome to Hop the series, the reboot.
Yes, we are here. Hello, everyone.
Hello. How are you feeling today, Vonda?
I'm coming around. I'm coming around. I'm coming around. I had a big procedure early this morning. I'm coming around. I'm glad to be alive. So I'm pretty good right now.
Okay. Well, I've had a crazy week that might even just turn into a show one day. You know what I'm thinking about? We need to have a show called The Things We Cope With Behind the Scenes Outside of Health.
Yes,
that
yes,
that would be an awesome show because this week has been a week. But like you
yes,
said, I made it. I'm healthy. I'm happy. And
yes.
I'm
You know,
pushing through.
our last couple of shows where we're talking about people, and when you have your health issues, and then we have this show tonight that says keep on moving.
Keep
Everything is
on
just
moving.
you got to keep on moving. You got to keep going, no matter what you may be going through when you have a business. And today is one of those days. I know I began texting you probably like 3 hours ago, telling you how I'm feeling, what I was going through. But then I had to think about all of you know, the different tactics, the different things, and they just started helping me. and
Right.
keep my energy so that I can push through. And
Right. We gotta keep on moving.
gotta keep on
Gotta
moving.
push through health. We
Everything.
discussed that last week through everything. Keep
Yes.
on moving because Lord knows I felt like giving up the whole day today. But I said, you know what? Can't throw a whole day in the trash. Gotta get up and keep on moving.
Yes. And tonight's show is definitely going to be very impactful, full of good information for entrepreneurs like ourselves to keep on moving. No.
All right. So we have a very special guest tonight. Vonda, would you like to introduce the special guest?
Yes, we have Miss Darlene Sturgeon, MBA. She's a business consultant and a coach right here on House of Peach tonight, who will be coming to drop some jewels. Y'all know that's my thing. I like to say drop jewels to help inspire, to help empower us, and to educate us entrepreneurs. And I can't wait for her to share her story. And yes, I'm excited.
I am too. So if this is your first time watching Hop the series, it is a House of Peach Inc. series produced by Peach ENT. Hop was created to inspire aspiring female entrepreneurs to chase their dreams through the art of storytelling by sharing real stories of courage, perseverance, and success. We empower women to believe in their vision and build the future they deserve. So let's get into this topic. Keep on moving. Before we actually bring Darlene on, what does keep on moving mean to you, Smack? And then bring her on to let her tell us what it means to her.
Okay, so for me, keep on moving when I think of it, it means just because you may stumble, have a stumbling block, or maybe you come across an issue, you don't just stop and give up. You keep on moving. You adjust your formula so that you can thrive and so you can be successful. You got to keep on moving. You can't stop midway through because it'll never get accomplished. That's what it means to me. Keep on moving.
Wow. Wow. That was powerful. Keep on moving to me. Just simply put one foot in front of the other, even when you're tired. Just get
Mhm.
up, whatever it is. It doesn't even have to be entrepreneurial based. Just whatever you got to do during that day, put them feet on the side of the bed, let it dangle, put one foot on the floor, and keep it moving. Keep
That's
it
what I've been
moving.
doing.
If you in pain, get the medicine. If you're hot, get the air on. Whatever it is, if them kids acting up, get to them kids. But keep on moving.
Keep on
Keep
moving.
on moving. Have the courage, the strength, the wisdom, carry them ancestors on your back. Keep moving. Carry that family. Keep moving. That business. Keep moving. All right. So let's bring on our special guest, um, Miss Darlene Sturgeon. And it's funny because I see some people already crying out for you. Laura M says, "My girl Darlene."
Oh,
Yes.
Laura. Hey, my little entrepreneur in Oregon.
All right.
Yes. Yes. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're quite welcome. We're glad to have you here, Miss Darling. You know I'm a big fan. You
Oh,
already know. Every time I'm
I feel
around
the
you,
same.
I feel like a sponge. I'm trying to absorb everything that you're giving out, and I love it. I learn a lot from you. So it
Yeah.
is very, very, very. It's an honor to
Yes.
have you on our show.
Oh, thank you. It is so great to be here. I watch your podcast on Wednesdays. It's great subject matter. It's everything a female entrepreneur needs.
Thank you.
Thank
Everything they
you.
need, everything they need. And like you were saying, keep on moving. I mean, you got to push. Women know that. Women push through everything. And and you could look at any part in history that it's women that are major contributors. So, you know, eh, pushing through, getting through whatever it is, whether like we talked about illness, whether it is obstacles, financial, oh, I can't start my business, I don't have enough money yet, or I don't have the right resources yet. You've got to keep moving. You've got to keep moving and keep that momentum going towards your goal. Identify that goal and get your plan together and just start going. Just start going.
That is so true. We
Hmm.
have a lot. I've encountered. There's a lot of female, and being a female entrepreneur itself,
Hmm.
it's much harder than being a male entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Women have
Hmm.
it much harder
Hmm.
because women, we're the ones who are juggling things, the family, the kids, and everything, and still trying to,
Hmm.
thrive with the business of what
Hmm.
we're trying to do and have that formula. And sometimes, for those who have a husband, he's out working and you're trying
Hmm.
to make sure what you have a passion for and the business is going. And then sometimes, I have, like spoken to people, be a listening ear for some people. I'm sorry, y'all. These things is going off. I'm sorry. To be a listening ear for
All
people,
good.
to just be a listening ear for people to
Hmm.
just get it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
once you get it out, you can
Hmm.
still keep on moving. Because a lot of women,
Yeah.
we hold it in and don't release.
Yeah. And I
And
think that a lot of people talk like work life harmony, career harmony. That's what I go by. I don't go by balance because
Mhm.
it's never going to be balanced in life. You
Right.
have to harmonize everything you do. And when you, like you were saying, with you go with women, most women that start their businesses, they will have the family unit that they're responsible for, no matter how that's comprised. They're going to be responsible for that health, safety, and welfare of that family unit. They
Hmm.
most likely will already have a 9 to 5 job that they have to perform and excel at in order to keep that steady income while they start their business. That is a lot to harmonize. So, female entrepreneur, if you feel overwhelmed, that's fine. Breathe, breathe, and find your people that will support you, will listen to you, and go on that journey with you. But it is a big undertaking, but it is so worth it. So worth it. That
Hmm.
freedom of not being that ability to not be tied to something. There's everybody, I think everybody knows there's nothing worse than being in a job that you do not like,
Right.
but you feel like you're tied to that paycheck and you don't feel like you can take that jump.
Right.
So being an entrepreneur really gives you that freedom that, when you're starting your business, yeah, maybe you are going to stay in your job for a little while and then you're going to pivot out. But that day you get to go in and say, I'm out, is a good day.
Oh yeah, yeah. That
And I can't wait for that day.
darling, I
It's
cannot wait. I sometimes I feel like I'm there, but then it's like I
Mhm.
don't know. I don't know.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But I
Mhm.
cannot wait for that day.
It's a great day. I've done it several times in my life because I have reinvented myself several times over the course of my life, and it is a very good feeling. And you know, when you're an entrepreneur, don't think it's easy. Don't go by these influencers where it's 10 minutes of video making. It's really, you're gonna work hard, and you're gonna be working for you,
Right.
Right.
and that is very fulfilling. That is something that just gives you so much joy in what you do. It's going to be hard, but you're going to be able to do it and you're going to enjoy it.
So, Miss Darlene,
Okay.
Hmm.
our listeners, we Peach and I, we know a lot about you, but can you share
Hmm.
with them a little
Hmm.
bit of your story before we really dive into the keep on moving
Okay.
pieces?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
was
think,
awesome.
Yes.
I mean, I'm a different kind of individual. I have always been kind of money and business oriented, even when I was young. And I think Laura's on here. Laura knows. Laura has known me since the day I was born. I was almost born at her house. Um, but I've always been, business minded, money minded. My father was a police officer that retired early and became a preacher. So money wasn't always available. So you had to be resourceful. If you wanted extra, it was up to you. So,
Hmm.
I started my babysitting hustle at 12. And
Oh.
I was in there and I, created that demand, gave that excellent service. And I had a niche in that. I only babysat in one community and it worked out great. Then as I got older, I wanted to do business, but I didn't know what it meant. Then I got married very young, got married at 21. And my husband and I, we opened our first business. So we started a locksmith business of all things. I was a licensed locksmith in California.
Yeah.
So so that's something that's very unique. But we were excellent business partners. He did the front end. He did the work. I did the books. I did the scheduling. I did the customer service. I did the project bidding. So it worked really well, and it was something we decided to do very young so that I could stay home and be with my kids and work from home.
Oh,
So that
okay.
worked great. But then we decided we were better business partners than husband and wife, and we got divorced. So by the time I'm 30, I'm like, ooh, I got to start over.
Mm.
So jumped into a job for a little while to get my footing, then got a great mentor, started my consulting. So opportunities are everywhere. You just have to, find them and take advantage of them. So I have done the entrepreneurial. I think I've kind of done everything. I've done direct sales, I've done coaching, I've done accounting. Accounting is my base. I'm more of a back house person. So I can work with any entrepreneur because I'm more of the structure, the business license, the structuring, the operations, the expansion, the, accounting. And I'm not a CPA, but I can get you to a good CPA, but I get you packaged and ready to go. And that's really where I made my money. I went into companies as a consultant, hired, fired, cleaned up the books, got it ready and packaged for either sale or to keep it out of receivership. And sometimes they would like to keep you on, and sometimes when your contract is over, your contract is over. But
Wow.
I've had a really good background, and I did a lot of stuff with hands-on experience. I didn't go to college till I was 37.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
Hmm.
that.
Wow.
Yeah, I went to college at
Wow.
37. Hmm.
Wow.
Hmm.
All of that from, having your business, learning the
Hmm.
back end of it,
Yep.
and then taking that into consulting, working in other people's business, helping them clean it up, and then going to
Yep.
that's
Yeah, so
amazing.
it's just all that hands-on, and you learn things naturally. You learn things by trial and error.
That's
Um,
peach.
yeah, I mean that's what you do, and that's a strength of women
Wow.
because the women learn, they observe, and they learn and they follow the movement of others. So that's why what you do is very important to other women as well.
Yeah.
Thank
Hmm.
you. So
Hmm.
I love everything you said because yeah, especially the locksmith. I told you my
Hmm.
first husband, he was a locksmith, and that was the very first business venture
Yep.
we had. I don't know
Yep.
why, but yeah,
you know,
probably easy to start. I don't know, low
yeah.
overhead.
Yeah, back in the day, it was a pretty low overhead. There were ways to do it, but you know, we rented a house. But then when we decided we wanted to go on our own, and he quit his job, we moved to a small guest house in someone's backyard. So
Hmm,
you have to pick your battles. Pick the way
right.
you're going to do. Hmm.
So, do you think
Hmm.
it's necessary to have everything figured out when you start in a business? Like, I know for me, I
Hmm.
research and then I feel like I learn more from the doing than the research.
Hmm.
So, do you think you need to have everything figured out?
I think it's like it said, it's a journey. So you're going to learn things as you go. So it's not necessary to be an expert before you start. So, and it really depends on what you're doing. So, if someone's going to make and sell candles, do you need to go get your PhD to go do that? No, you're going to work through, you're going to figure out your formulas, you're going to learn some basic, bookkeeping, some basic money management, and you're going to get started and you're going to figure out all the things you need to do. But start, make your checklist and put things in order, what you want to do, and just start doing it. Because I'm telling you, everybody's a millionaire on paper. Everybody's successful on paper. It's taking that leap from paper to action. So you just gotta do it, and that sometimes is the hardest step, is that leaping forward to do it. But you don't have to be an expert to get started. Trust me, I was not an expert when I started. I've made mistakes and I've learned from them, and that's the goal. The goal is to grow. So
Right.
just learn as you go, learn as you go. You know, it's finding the right resources and surrounding yourself with the right resources. Mhm.
I agree.
Yep.
So, when should the entrepreneurs decide, maybe I need to change up my strategy. It's not working.
Hmm.
I'm trying, I'm bumping my head. What are the indicators? When should I start changing the strategy without giving up on what I'm doing, my dream?
I mean, that's very good because you're going to have to pivot the entire time you're an entrepreneur. If you think the business plan you write on day one is a flat document that you use once, it's not. You're going to change it as it goes. Your customers are going to change and grow. Your skill set's going to change and grow. So just think, let's take, for example, a nail artist, because I love to get my nails done. When you first start out, you're probably just going to do basic work. So you're going to do basic work, you're going to be in your comfort zone, you're going to do, then you're going to start learning the art. Then you're going to start doing a little bit more art. Your clientele is going to change, your business model needs to change, your advertising needs to change. You're always going to be pivoting and changing your strategy, but your end result and your end goal is still the same. You still want your nail salon. Maybe it goes from a nail salon to a full spa. That's fine. You just keep moving towards it and you identify it. And then sometimes you never know. Sometimes you package your business so well, somebody comes in and buys it. Okay, if somebody comes in and buys your business, then you're going to have to pivot away because most likely you're going to be signing a do not compete. And you got to go find a new industry and replicate everything you just did and do it again.
Wow.
So you're always going to be pivoting. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to tweak and change. Listen to your customers, pay attention to the community around you and what the demand is in the community.
Mm.
Wow, great
Hmm.
information, great
Yeah.
advice. You got any
Yeah.
questions, Vonda, before we get to the keep on moving information? I
No,
love it. The
I love
chart.
what I love what she just stated because
Hmm.
I say that a lot on people just in life
Hmm.
that
Yep.
if you're in the same place you were 6 months ago and you're not
Hmm.
excelling or thriving, you got to change up the formula.
Yep.
And I look at Peachy and Tea, House of Peach,
Hmm.
how long we've been doing this. And let me tell you, I think we're on the right track because Peach is always changing the formula. So if
Hmm.
we become stacked, that
Hmm.
makes me feel good because that lets me know that we are
Hmm.
on track when we have our meetings. There
Hmm.
is always a different metric that we put in there so that
Yes.
we can change,
Hmm.
And in the time that we've had this, it's just an aha moment with you saying that. I'm just saying, I just
Hmm.
love it.
Yeah.
Makes
But
me
do
feel like we're
you
on track.
Hmm.
do you wonder about customers thinking you're inconsistent because you're changing? A lot of people don't care
I
for
don't think that.
change.
I don't think that because
Um,
the world changes. I don't think that.
mm,
Look how
well,
everything
yeah.
changes, like social media and
Hmm.
what we see and how the algorithms change. Now
Hmm.
whatever we're thinking pops up in our news feed.
Yep.
Or if we went and searched
Right.
for it on Google, now it's on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I don't like
Hmm.
that because I feel like
Hmm.
they're my privacy, but that's just the ever changing. That's just how it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, and I mean, and you're not, and usually these changes, like, change, tweak, pivot, whatever word you want to use, sometimes you're just doing that. You're doing small changes. You're not doing abrupt. Like, you're not coming in one day and saying, I have a restaurant and all of a sudden I'm gonna open a boat launch store. You don't come in like completely different
Yeah,
ideas. Usually
Right.
things are guided together.
yeah.
A very big thing. So if you use the example, a lot of women will start in direct sales because direct sales has a very low startup cost. So you may go into this direct sales selling this item, you build your following, you do that, and maybe that company is not expanding in the way that your clients are, and you move to a different direct sales company. So you've pivoted over,
Right.
you've gone to a different company, but you're still viewed as that expert in what you do. People still have the trust in you. So as long as you still have that client trust and that client relationship, they're going to really be supportive and they're going to follow you. Like my hairdressers, I am over 50. I've only had, I think, three. Wherever they go, I go.
Mm,
Once I find somebody, I don't care. Are you at the mall? Are you at JC Penney's? Are you over here? I'm going wherever you go. So
mhm,
you'll get that. So it's like I said, it's not like you're doing a complete abrupt change and your
mhm.
end goal is still the same. Mhm,
Okay.
All
mhm,
right. So if you are watching and tuning in, please share this live, share the love. Lots of information here, especially for entrepreneurs. Also, if you have any questions, drop it in
mhm,
the chat so we can ask Darlene. Get your
mhm.
questions answered while you can. All right, so let's get to the keep it moving chart. I can't wait because
Okay,
you know
okay.
I love charts and I love posting them and I love
Yes.
takeaways for people.
Visuals, visuals, visuals. I'm a very visual person. I need to see it. I do. All
All
right, all
right.
right.
So you
So
can share,
So we're
please.
going to start where we start with failure is not an option. I think in a lot of movies and things like that, you hear failure is not an option. You must succeed. This is a different kind of take on that. This is failure is not an option, meaning it's going to happen, and
Okay.
it's just a matter of you have to work through it. You have to work through it. Don't stop with it because failure to you might be a stumble to me because you're in the business and you take it so personal because it's such a part of you
Mm,
that in that moment you may think that that is a large failure when it's probably just a stumbling block. So you really don't want
Mm,
to give it up. So I like to use the example of, my oldest daughter did track and field. So I used to go to a lot of track and field competitions. You think about the distance jumper. That distance jumper, they know they're going to fall. It's how do they fall?
mm,
Because when they run and they run at full blown speed, they leap and they go, and they know they're measured from the back of their heels. So when they fall, how do they want to fall?
for,
Forward.
forward.
They want to fall forward. They want the momentum to be forward because the forward doesn't count against them. It's when they fall backwards that counts against them.
Mm,
right.
So it's okay to stumble. You just want to fall forward in your stumble. You just want to learn from it, pick yourself up, and keep moving.
right.
It's going to happen. Don't fear it. A lot of people fear it. They fear it's more the outcome that they fear than the actual stumbling block themselves. So
Mhm,
don't worry about the stumbling block so much. It's going to happen. I have made mistakes in my business that I have been mortified by early on, but I didn't know I wasn't the expert in that field at that point in time. You're going to learn it.
Wow.
You just don't fear it. Don't. It's not the end of the world. I always tell everybody everything is fixable. Everything is fixable. So, and again, what you think is a failure might just really be a stumbling block, but it's
Right.
you feel it so deep, you
Right.
know, that just fall
I
forward. You know.
That's
I
gonna be a
love
hard
this
one
one.
for me. Yeah, I like this one too. I gotta. I'm working on that. I'm so hard on myself, and
Hmm.
man,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
tell you, I'm
yeah.
very hard on myself.
Hmm.
And when I do fail,
Hmm.
it takes me. I spend too much time dwelling on it.
Me
Yes.
And
too.
Yes.
I do that
I,
too. I go into a cocoon and hibernate. I
Hmm.
got
Oh
better at
yeah.
it. I
Charlie,
used to
we
Oh
do it
need
for
yeah.
help with
months.
that. We
It
need.
is. So it's this is why I have them kind of partnered together on the chart.
Uh huh.
So the 24-hour rule, give it 24 hours.
Yes.
Give it 24 hours. I'm telling you, think about it. Okay, what did I do? How did I get here? Where was the mistake? Break it all, analyze it all you want. Then you got to pray about it because you got to calm down because you're going to get yourself all worked up. And a
Mhm.
failure is a very emotional thing. So you're going to get yourself very, very worked up. So it's really important, pray about it, meditate, whatever you're going to do. You've analyzed it. You figured out, okay, I know I misstepped here. I know that if I would have done this different, it would have been different. So you figured all that out. And then you have to pray about it, meditate about it, make peace with it. I accept it. I learned from it. I know I'm not going to go down that road again. And then you just got to move on. Then you keep moving because if you get locked in that failure is like, when you fall off your bike, you're
Mhm.
afraid of it. You
Right.
got hurt. You're afraid of that hurt. An entrepreneur, you need to learn to embrace hurt. It's hard, but you got to learn to embrace hurt because that's your learning moment.
Hmm.
That's your growth moment.
I like
That's where
that.
you're going to grow. You're going to grow in that.
Mm.
So how do you
So,
handle the failure on the other end with the customer? So you realizing
mhm,
you're dealing with the
mhm.
failure. How do you translate that over and turn that bring that customer back? Because essentially
Yep.
you let someone down.
Well, and you have to look at the situation, because I've had it on both sides where, ultimately I've had a failure where it was my mistake, and you got to own it. You got to step into it, own it, acknowledge it, let them know, because you're working, it's a relationship. You have a client, not a customer. Customer is a transaction based, a client is relationship based. Okay.
Mm,
So there's a difference between the two. Okay.
I like that.
So,
I like that.
but then there's points in your business where the mistake you made is based out of your client. Your client is holding their ground on something where, like, as a coach, I don't tell you what to do. I kind of guide you through what you should do. I will give you real world experience about it, but ultimately I can't make you do, or I can't make you. I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink it. So you have to look at which side it was. And sometimes it's not worth keeping the client. So sometimes you will part ways with the client. And it's a very simple thing. You know what? I think that where we're at, I have valued this relationship. I have worked with you, and I have grown and I have learned. But I really think Betty Boop over here is actually going to be more in alignment with the ultimate goals that you're trying to accomplish. Or I think this is going to be better suited to you. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to fire a client.
Mm.
Mm.
Don't
I
don't don't
love
ch-
it.
yeah, don't chase.
Yes. Don't
You
chase.
know, don't chase, attract.
If you see us looking down, we just taking notes, okay? I'll just let you know.
Or me too. I got my
Yeah.
papers. I got my papers in front of me. Yep,
I
I'm
look.
listening.
I'm gonna have
I was
quotes.
taking notes. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
love that quote. Don't be afraid to fire a client. That is an
You've got
excellent
to.
quote.
Well, think about it. They'd fire you,
Yes, true.
and in certain businesses, it becomes a liability if you have a client that doesn't want to cooperate or work within the way you do things. So let's say, you have a bakery, and you have health code, you have all these things that you have to follow to be successful to reach the entire community. But one client comes in and, like, oh, I'm going to pay you $1,000, but I want you to make it this way, and it violates a health code. I don't know, just an example. Are you going to do that? Are you going to
Yep.
risk your entire venture for one client? Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you have to refer them down. You know what? I think that's a lovely idea, and I can see your vision, but maybe that's something that's better executed at a grocery store bakery, not at my bakery, unfortunately. However you have to put it. Um, but you can gracefully extract yourself from someone, so that, because ultimately you still want them as a referral base. In the
Right.
world that is today, people do not hesitate to leave bad reviews and say the different things.
Cancel
But
culture. Oh my
yes, don't
goodness.
engage in that. Don't. My advice to you: do not engage in that. Do
Right.
not engage in that. The people that work with you will know you, and your reputation will rise above it.
Great.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So, so you kind of see where you're going with
Yeah.
that. You're going to have the failure, but how are you going to deal with it? I'm not saying you're not going to think about those things, because as I was getting this together and doing the 24-hour rule, that one mistake I made 15 years ago pops in my head. But now I know, I'm like, I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't make that mistake 15 years ago.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And it is. You learn a valuable lesson, or you learn a skill or something out of it, and you move forward with that. hmm And I
I
think a
love
lot of
that.
people, have experienced that. A lot of people have experienced that, and you're like, oh man, I wish that wouldn't have happened that way.
Right.
You know what? You got to adapt and move. It's not going to kill. It's not going to kill your business. It may kill your spirit, and if you don't have your spirit and your passion, that's when it starts spiraling downwards. You got to keep your passion. You got to, stay on point with what you were doing. And that's, again, what are you trying to accomplish, and keep moving towards your goal. Okay.
Yes.
Love it. Love
Hmm.
Like
it. Love it.
All right. So then we move down to the next set of blocks. So we start with the time block. So this is an interesting concept, and this is something that you'll come across again. So, uh, like my daughter is, she's starting her entrepreneurial journey. So she's has obtained her esthetician license. I know, Corinne, if you're out there, there you go. Um, so the most common thing, in the beauty industry is you're going to have all these appointments booked and people are going to cancel on you. They're going to reschedule. You have your massage therapist, they're going to reschedule. Or you're going to, if you're doing direct sales and you have an appointment set with me, I'll set up a training, a group training, and maybe somebody doesn't come. What you have to do is, it's funny because I see a lot of these little videos, these little do all this joking about
your mic went out. Yeah, it's all right. Take your time.
If you're tuning in, please share the live. If you have any questions that you would like answered, please drop it in the chat. Um, we'll be happy to answer them the best we can.
Here we go. Can you hear me well?
You got them connected now?
I connected.
There you
Yep,
are.
we hear
There I
you.
am. I
Yeah,
get so passionate. I talk with my hands. I move my head. Ooh,
yo,
it just
I
went
love it
right
though.
out.
I love it though.
So that appointment that you made is a dedicated time to your business. Just because the client doesn't show, don't pack up and walk out. Oh, I can go to the grocery store now, or I can go do this. No, that was a commitment that you put on your books for your business.
Hmm.
Work your business. So right now you have the influencers that you see the little joke, oh, the client cancels and so they take a nap, or they go do this, so they go get a coffee. That's not reality. The reality is you need to invest time in your business. So you need to repurpose that time. I have done seminars where, maybe only three people were booked to come and one person comes. You give it just as much energy as if three people came. Or if
Hmm.
somebody doesn't come to that one-on-one session, okay, you committed to your business. What else can you do for your business?
Hmm.
Do I need to go look at my books? Do I need to do a little bit of the accounting? Should I do some bookkeeping? Should I pay the bills? Should I work on my social media? There's always something to do. So time block. Make sure that you work on your business in that time, because once you get in that bad habit of slipping and not working that time block, your effort is going to start diminishing.
Mm.
Hmm. Yeah, you'll develop a fairly bad habit, and then you probably a couple months down the road you'll realize you started changing your strategy on how to book appointments. You start jamming yourself up because, oh, I want to have this time free. I only want to do appointments at this time. That's great down the road after you've built your business, but when you're starting, you really need to be open to it, but you really need to dedicate and block the time for your business, because there's going to be a lot of times that you have to block time for your kids, you have to block time for the family, you have to block time for this and that. But make sure, if you have a set time that you're going to be working on your business, that you are working on your business, whether you're with a client or whether you're just doing the back end work, you're doing your accounting or you're doing anything like that.
Oh,
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
love that. Any programs you use in particular? Like I know I use I cannot
Hmm.
never say this word correctly. Calendly. I can't stand
Oh,
Calendar.
that
yes.
word.
Yeah, I can't pronounce that one, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I love it.
Calendarly, or something
Yeah,
like that.
right.
It's
Yeah.
called
Yeah.
Calendar. Wow, that's
See?
hard, but people know what we're talking about. It's
Yeah, they
called
know what you're talking
Calendly.
about. They know what we're
Yeah, I
talking
love
about.
Calendly. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm kind of a little bit of, but I'm kind of old school. I still carry a paper appointment book, but
Mm.
but I have my phone and I have
Keep
things in my
that one.
phone.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of different things. So I have to pivot my time differently. So like I was sharing with Beach, I'm in school right now and I'm doing this, and and I'm the mayor of my town, so I have that. I have somebody to help me with that. I don't have anybody to help me with the other things. So it just depends on what I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
But I make sure to allot enough time to everything and what I'm doing. Yeah.
I was wondering how
Yep.
you were juggling all that stuff, man. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotta have that
it's
paper book. We gotta have that. We
I
gotta
do.
carry that
I
paper.
have it with me all the time. I'm
Yes,
a member
look,
of.
look. I
Yep.
told you, Peaches. She's a paper.
Yes.
I'm a phone
Yes.
digital, but she got a
Yeah.
paper book. That thing too
I'm a
big.
little bit both. I'm a little bit
Yeah.
both.
I'm both.
Hmm because I'm a member of my Rotary, and so I do a lot of scheduling for the Rotary and things like that. So I'm not saying I don't drop the ball every once in a while, but once you get into your rhythm, you will.
I love that, Laura.
Hmm
Ooh, look what Laura said.
I
She said,
love
but
it.
don't block all your time with
Yes,
busy work so you
So you
don't
don't
have
have
time
time
for money
for
making
making
that's
activity.
activities.
right. That's right.
I love it.
Yes,
Thank you,
ev-
Laura.
everybody's a millionaire on paper. Everybody's a millionaire on paper, and
Hmm.
there's always a lot of busy work.
Yeah.
And that's when you'll know if I kind of use that as if you realize I'm doing a lot of little busy work, look back. You probably stumbled and you didn't get over it. So you're
Mm,
hiding. You're hiding from stepping back out there, keeping
mm,
yourself busy in the wrong things.
got
I
you.
agree.
That's
So
big.
so there's a little bit of a difference. So when somebody says, "Oh, I'm working on my business," oh, I'm working on my business. Are you working on your business or are you working in your
Your
business?
business. Aha.
Which one are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to kind of decipher where you're at with that.
Yeah.
And like Laura, I know Laura personally juggles a lot. She juggles a lot. And she's got that. She's very structured in her business, and she's very structured in her employment and in her home. So she has a lot that she's juggling. And I mean, and with her business, she's got the one-on-one with the customer. She's got the farmers markets. She's got all these different venues with her businesses. So she doesn't have time to be doing busy work. She's in the business.
Got
So,
you. Mm,
yeah. And so, so that time blocking and, staying on point with your business, that's being intentional. You need to be intentional with what it is. So you need to be intentional with your time, be intentional with your planning. And that ties back to your vision. What's your vision of your business? You really have to, your actions have to align. It needs to align with what your purpose is, what your goal is, what your mission is. And this is in your job. This could be in your job, in your business, in your family.
mm-hmm.
If you think about it, when you're running your household, you have a certain goal. Like with your children, I want them to be highly educated. I want them to go to school. I want them to go to college. And this, you know what to do. You have those skills to do it. So take those skills of managing your home and you put that into managing your business. It's the same skill set. Don't let anybody tell you it's a different skill. It's the same skill set. You know what you want the end result to be, and you just take those incremental steps towards it. It's the same thing. Same thing. So,
Wow.
but
I
just,
love it.
be intentional because you need to plan your day. Plan your day. Have flexibility in it, but plan your day. Know what you want your outcome to be for the day. And that comes with that time blocking. Okay, I know I need to reach out to potential customers today or potential clients today. How many phone calls do I need to make? Do I need to send emails? What is it that I need to be doing? And have your day planned. Mhm. So,
Wow, I love that. I love it.
mhm,
Um, would you agree that in order for you to be intentional, you have to actually have a good sense of self to
mhm,
develop these businesses and become create your mission and then be intentional
mhm.
about what you're doing? I
Yeah.
find that a lot of entrepreneurs are all over the place because they don't know who
Mhm.
they are and what they want to put out into the world.
Yeah, you do need to have a level of self-realization, self-actualization. You have to know yourself well. You have to know yourself well. You have to know where your strengths lie. You have to be objective with yourself. This is why sometimes you have to align yourself with certain people, with certain friends, with certain cohorts. Again, Laura and I have known each other forever. We've seen every version of ourselves together that there is.
Mm-hmm.
So it really sometimes it's text out to her like, what do I do for this, or what do I do for this, or how do you think I would do it this? and getting that honest feedback, getting that honest feedback, and don't take it personal. you know this is business, it's not personal. It's personal to you because it's your vision, it's your passion, it's what you want to do. But don't let your ego get in the way, because your ego could set you up for failure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your ego could set you up for failure,
I had that happen.
and
Hmm.
mhm, it is, so you have to be realistic. You have to be able to realize, and it goes back to the beginning where we have a stumbling block. Really not beating yourself up, but looking at what could I have done differently? What did I contribute to it? And how can I make sure that I don't contribute that same mistake going forward?
And only work on that. Only keep that there 24-hour rule.
Correct.
Move
And
on.
just be like, okay, I learned from it. I know what it is. Okay, my communication was not timely. I've noticed that I don't respond to emails timely. Okay, I need to work on that. Because
Right.
when your client doesn't hear from you, they fester
Yeah.
and
Yep.
they start thinking, what are they doing? I'm not important. And then your client's going to start spiraling.
Hmm.
Always just acknowledge, always making sure. So making sure you have that right communication. So,
Yeah.
but be intentional in everything you do. And again, it goes back to the same way you run your household. You know what you want the end result to be. It's the same thing with a business. Mhm. All right. I think we've kind of talked about the other one, the find your people. I think we've talked about that, and
Yeah.
we've always kind of pivoted to that. Um, I think there's a saying: if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. That that can be, that could be an obstacle. I know several people that they wanted to be, because they wanted to be viewed as an expert. They stayed in the wrong rooms.
Hmm.
And then they wonder
Wow.
why then they wonder why their business didn't grow.
Mm.
I've had some
That's good.
excellent mentors in my life that I was very, very blessed and very lucky to have. And and you move through that path with them. And trust me, sometimes I was in rooms that I was like, man, oh man, like if they only knew, like, or like early on, I'm in this room with individuals, and I remember them saying, I had done something, and they were acknowledging it, and they said, yeah, you see, you never thought you'd use your CPA. And I was like, ooh, I don't have that. Why? I never said, did I say that I had that? And I was so scared, but it was, my work was done,
Impeccable. Hmm.
and it was done, and they acknowledged it, and they were like, oh, that's great. And that's what inspired me to, like, oh, okay, I'm in a room full of people that think I have this. I don't. Maybe I should get it. So that's when I went back to school at 37,
Wow.
you know, because I was like, I got my income up to an amount. So after my divorce, I went from having a business to working a job. So I went from making, back in the 90s, making 150, 200,000 a year with my husband, to getting divorced and making $10 an hour.
Wow.
That's a big pill to swallow.
Yeah. Mm.
So, finding a mentor that can do whatever you want to do. And then I worked my way up to, with, doing my accounting, my back of the house, my skills. I got myself up to $100,000. Took me a few years to get back up to it. But then I was like, if I want to keep moving in the momentum, I looked at myself, I need to go to school. So that's at the point that I went to school, because I wanted to make sure I didn't go back down on that income again. So everybody's journey is different. So you never know. You never
Right.
know. Yeah. And then I think lastly is speaking like an entrepreneur. So this is really more about, you know, s- but when we talked in the beginning, like Vonda said, oh, you beat yourself up, and this, you need to learn to speak nicely to yourself.
Mm.
Give yourself some grace, give yourself some pep talks. And, when you're with that client, yeah, you got to sell yourself. Don't speak down. Don't when you're meeting with a potential client, you're not going to sit there and say, okay, well, I don't know how to do this and I don't know how to do this, but you want to sign up with me?
Right.
You know, you got to speak kindly to yourself. Don't beat up you never beat yourself up and things like that. So that really takes some time too, because When, especially nowadays, being an entrepreneur now with social media is very different.
Hmm.
But you know, the minute you put yourself out there, that there's going to be criticism.
Oh yeah.
Are you going to absorb that criticism? And Vonda knows. I see Vonda and all the work she does and all the opinions that float. Everybody's an expert behind the keyboard, you know. So you have to. Sometimes you're going to have to give yourself the pep talk. Surround you. That's why you find your people.
Yep. Find my people.
You got to find your people that are in alignment with what you want to do. So that's why it's important if you're starting a business, getting with some, with some like-minded individuals. It's always about being with like-minded individuals. They may not be starting the same business or they may not be using the same model, but you're going to have some of the same obstacles. And ultimately, you all want to keep moving forward. So you
Hmm.
can motivate. So you may not, if I have a friend that's starting a business and I don't really understand that business, I can still motivate. Maybe I can't afford to be her client, or maybe it's not a service or a product that I would ever need, but I could be a sounding board. Hey, you know what? That video you did the other day was great. That visual that you put up or the seminar you did, it looked like it was great. Speaking some positive language into your fellow sister entrepreneurs,
Yes.
because it's very easy to criticize them, but supporting them and encouraging them and just giving them a few positive words, but give yourself those positive words as well.
Right.
Hmm. Yep.
I like that.
I
Hmm.
love it. And you know what? Just to add on to that support, I love the sounding board part. But
Hmm.
listen, I mean, support could be something like just hitting that like button, hitting that share
Oh
button,
yes, oh
telling
yes,
somebody about it.
yes,
Right.
Um,
yes.
yeah, it's multiple ways. Hey,
Hmm.
can I? Is it something I can help you with? I can't afford this service, but can I come and
Hmm.
volunteer for a day or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever time you need?
Hmm.
Yes.
It's
All day.
multiple ways to support.
Hmm.
People are quick to clap, but and
Hmm.
it's wonderful and I appreciate it, but
Yes,
I
yes.
need some other forms of support.
Hmm. Yep.
That like gets me in the algorithm. Like it's just so many
Exactly.
ways.
Exactly. And like, with me, I would do seminars. So, I work up all my curriculum, but I need to test it. So I had a
Right.
great group of girlfriends that would come in, and it's like, look, this is my content, and I will go through the entire content with them. I'll do the different exercises. I rented out a space at the university. We were there for the afternoon. I supplied lunch. We did and worked through all of the activities. I worked through all my content. And then in the end, I had them score everything. What worked, what didn't work. Be honest with me, and give me that feedback. And I have great groups of girlfriends that would do that for me. So it's really just what you need, and I think giving that feedback is very important, and it's a very supportive thing to do. So if
Hmm.
you, because I think I saw something today, your client, you have better odds of your client becoming your friend than your friend becoming your client.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Facts.
mhm, yeah.
That is so true.
So true.
Hmm. Yep. Yep. So,
I
but
like
those are
that
just kind of a couple things to think about. The journey is it's not going to be perfect. Don't if you It's not going to be a perfect journey. But 5 years from now, when you're looking back, oh, it's going to make some great stories. It's going to be some great stories. You're going to sit around drinking wine with your friends, be like, it was hilarious when I did this, and
one.
that's
Right.
how you become a mentor.
That's
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I do have one last question. Wow, the time done flew. It's already
I
8:54.
know. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, you've already given a lot of great advice, but
Mhm.
I'll ask you, what advice would you like to give a woman who feels like it is too late to start?
You know what? It's never too late to start. Never too. I have restarted. Like I said, I got married young, got divorced, went to school late, married again, and my second husband passed away. I mean, I've used to live in California, moved to Delaware, moved back to California, moved back to Delaware. It's never too late because your passion and your purpose is not tied to your age.
Mm.
And your business and your entrepreneurial journey is tied to your passion and your purpose. So
Wow.
I personally, I don't think everybody has their own individual timing in life. Everybody does. So don't compare yourself to other people. So when you compare yourself, that's when you start diminishing and you start hiding and you start pulling back from your ideas of what you want to do. But you're never too old to do anything. Never, never. It's just
Love it.
get in there again, surround yourself with other people that are doing the same thing. You know, I surround myself with people older than me, younger than me, same age as me, because we all have the same idea. We all want to start a business, or we want to have a side hustle, or we want to do this or that. That those things are things that you will have in common with other people. But you can always start a business. And it doesn't have to be a huge business. Again,
Right.
direct sales is a great avenue for starting something small and low cost startup. That's a great to do. I know people that are very, very successful in direct sales. And then they move on to things later. I can think of like 5 or 6 girlfriends that have restarted their journey, whether they did college early and studied one item and they're not even doing anything tied to their degree now, but maybe they did before. So you can always reinvent yourself. You can always reinvent yourself.
Awesome.
Hmm.
Thank you, Maybach. Maybach says it's never too late. Most successful people become successful in their 40s to 50s.
Hmm. Hmm.
Thank you, Maybach.
Thank
Because
you.
you have that maturity behind you, that you have that life
Mhm.
experience.
The
Yeah.
And what is it?
patience.
Yeah. Yes, yes. I'm still working on that.
Yeah.
I'm
Still,
still working on that.
still. I hide it well. I'm starting to hide it well.
Awesome. Well, I hope this was helpful
This is
to
very
everyone.
helpful,
Hmm.
for our community who supports us,
Hmm.
and I know that some, people will come back and look at the show because our numbers show it. So I
Hmm.
really, man, you dropped some jewels here tonight. I know I'm going to be clipping some things and putting them over social media. There's
They
jewels.
need to be on t-shirts. Like
They do, they do. You ever thought about that? Like you got some stuff there, yeah. The
Yep.
24-hour rule, I like that.
Hmm.
That's one of my favorites.
And that one takes some time. It
Yeah,
takes some time to get there. It
yeah. I
takes
think
time
we
to
need
get
to
there.
print that off, and I think I need to print that off and like put it in my bathroom so I see it every morning on the mirror.
Hmm.
Because
okay.
that's something I struggle with. I'm gonna keep it
Yeah.
real.
Hmm.
There's
It
times
Mm.
is.
I know I got some things I keep worrying about that happened like 6 months ago. With
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
need to get rid of that.
Hmm.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah.
It's probably
Yeah.
holding me back right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So before we go, can you give everyone your follow information, social media, whatever it is, where people can reach out?
Yes. Yes.
Aren't you gonna you're someone reaches out to you, you're gonna give them a free
Mhm.
consultation or something, right?
Yes. So I think on the original flyer, the background that's behind Vonda, there's the QR code for my Instagram. So my company is DMSR Ventures LLC. So if you follow my Instagram and then you message me, I have an entrepreneurial startup checklist for you and a 1 hour coaching session. So wherever you're at in
Oh,
your journey, we can sit and whatever it is you want to accomplish in that time frame, wherever you're at, whether you're just starting, thinking about starting, you've already started, you want to expand, whatever it is you want to discuss and go over. Um, but you need to do it before September 1st. So that's
ah.
the only thing I ask. Just get out there, follow that Instagram, message me, and we'll get rolling. We'll get rolling
What I'm
because
doing right now is gonna
mhm,
send it over to you, Peach, so you can put it up on the screen real quick. Give
Okay.
me
mhm,
one moment.
yeah,
Sorry.
because it's just it's something I love working. I love working with
Yes.
entrepreneurs, and since I'm more of a back house person, I get so fascinated by people's business ideas.
Like
Like I'm going to do this, or I'm going to open a gym, or I'm going to sell candles, or I do art, or I want to open a day spa, or whatever it is. I'm always fascinated by it. And and i and i love that. I love that, friend. I love to see people be successful.
All right.
And
Wow.
I'm getting it
so
to
that's so
email.
that's my specialty, helping people be successful.
Yes.
Hmm.
Wow.
Oh,
Well,
I
I
didn't
really
save it.
thank you for. No, you didn't send me anything.
Hold on, I'm
I,
getting it.
okay.
It's
So we
coming.
could get the link up
Yep.
here. But I do truly thank
Yep.
you for joining us.
Thank you. Oh,
You tr-
appreciate you. Thank you.
listen. You got to come back. I know you got more to give. You got to
Oh,
come back.
oh, I appreciate it so much. This is just so exciting, and you guys have the best energy. You know,
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
so we just it's everything gets inspired, and this is what it's all about. It's about people getting together and exchanging ideas, and no judgment.
Yeah,
Right.
Having that safe place to just express yourself, get the feedback, and go and adjust your and pivot and do what you need to do. But that judgment free zone, that's why you got to find your people.
that's
Got to
right.
find your people. Hmm. And
Yep,
you can
fine.
find them here at Hop.
That's House of Peach.
Hmm.
It's the second image. I'm sorry, Peach.
Oh yeah, I see it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to grab it. What I can do is put it on all our social media pages
Hmm.
Okay.
and
So
put it up
basically,
there.
in I think it's DMSR Ventures LLC.
LLC.
Hmm.
Yep. They just got to hit
Be,
her up on Instagram.
yep, yep. You can find me. I don't know. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me everywhere.
Yep. And you
So
said until what was the end date?
until September 1st.
Oh,
And
okay.
if
That's
you,
right.
yep. And if you want to shoot me an email, my email is my name, Darlene at darlenesturgeon.com. Darlene
Sweet.
at darlenesturgeon.com. And my website, darlenesturgeon.com. You can go out there.
Yep.
Yep.
All of
There's
us
lots of
right
ways to get
there.
a hold of me.
Yeah. All you got to do is
But
Google.
yeah, reach out. And, because I'm going to be starting up a series of boot camps. So in September and October. So you want to
Hmm.
get involved and get information with that, I can get that for you too.
Okay. Yeah. I want to
Hmm.
go to boot camp. I probably need
Yeah, I
a good
might
boot
want to
camp.
come
Yep.
to that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna start with like a back of the house, like a bookkeeping and payroll and financial statements, things like that. Do a little financial literacy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay,
That's very
You know.
important.
Mm-hmm.
that's awesome.
Little,
I will
little,
be there.
yep. Mhm. Thank you.
All
It
right.
it was wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for having me. I appreciate
Thank
it. This
you.
was
We
this was
appreciate.
great.
Yep. Okay. And we have that information up there for everyone as you see it on the screen on all platforms. DMSR Ventures LLC. You can
Mhm,
also Google Darlene Sturgeon, or
mhm.
you can email her at darlene@darlenesturgeon.com. Take advantage. All she asking
Oh
you
yeah.
to do, you got till September the 1st. You can get a free 1 hour consultation, and she's going to give
Hmm.
you some resources to help you.
Hmm.
If you are that
Yep.
female entrepreneur that you're just
Mhm.
scared to take that first step, Miss Darlene is here to help you
Yep.
take the first step. Take
Yep.
advantage.
Mhm.
It's
Awesome.
just an email. It's just hit her up on
Yeah.
Instagram, hit her up on
Yeah.
social media. That's all
Yeah.
it is.
It's not painful. It's not painful. I promise it's not painful.
Painful.
It's
It's
not
a free
painful.
consultation. Take advantage,
Yep.
please. She
Yep.
just dropped 6 major pillars on this show tonight that will help any female entrepreneur. I advise you to please take advantage of those jewels she
Mhm.
dropped, those pillars. I know I am.
I
24 hours will
definitely
be
am.
number 1 on mine.
I definitely am. So, guys, unfortunately, our time is up. I had a great
Mhm.
time. We gotta have Darlene
Yes.
come back.
Yes.
Um, thank
That's
you to
good.
everyone for tuning in to Hop the series. Um, wow, this was an amazing show. Great information. Please take advantage. Anything that shows up on this show, trust and believe it's valid, it's great, and you'll
Mhm,
benefit from it. Take the steps. Don't be
mhm,
afraid.
mhm.
This concludes Hop the series for this week. Next
Thank you,
week,
Darlene.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Darlene Sturgeon, for coming through. And she's coming back. So I'm not even gonna say bye because she's gonna be
We got to bring it
back.
back. We got to.
She's gonna be back. So next week, who do we have?
We have Helena Rose next week, the
All
young
right.
entrepreneur with the lemonade
Yes.
stands.
Now,
Yes.
Helena Rose. How old is
Hmm.
she?
She's 10.
10 years
Female,
old. This is gonna be
female
awesome.
Amazing.
entrepreneur. And
Amazing.
she just got a proclamation through the city
She
of
did.
Dover for
She
her
did.
lemonade stand.
I
And
love
this
it.
weekend, make sure if you're in the
Hmm.
city of Dover, you guys go and visit our young entrepreneurs that she just facilitated to teach them how to do their lemonade stands
Yes.
all throughout Dover. You guys go and
Hmm.
support them. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm excited. I can't wait for that interview.
I can't wait either. But we gotta close out. I could be here all night, but we gotta close out.
Yes, we
I
do.
love everybody that tuned in. Please like and share. Tell a friend about Hop. If you want to be a part of the series, please visit houseofpeach.org. Schedule your interview. We'll be there. We're not giving up. Failure is not an option.
Not enough.
Come on the show. Let us talk to you. You drop some jewels
Hmm.
the same way Darlene did tonight. Everything that you saw here, like I love a good flyer giveaway. I love the jewels.
Hmm.
They will be on all our social media pages as well as her QR code so you can scan and join. I mean, this come on, y'all. What more do you need? Going to 2027.
Hmm.
Uh
Inspired.
being great, being
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
inspired.
Have your
Become the best
intention.
you.
Yes.
Yes.
Declare your
Level up.
intention.
Level up.
Level, I like that. Level up
Hmm.
and don't let anyone stand in your way. With that being said, have a good night. We love you. Thank you for joining us, Darlene. We love
Thank
you. Come
you.
Love you
Love
back.
you
guys.
guys. Thank you.
You're
Bye,
Have a good
welcome.
everyone.
night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Feel energy. I can reach your aura. Get that skill from my mama.